Welcome back, folks, to the Nest. I'm Connor Crumley alongside my running back, Garrett Rockmall.
Great to be here.
My esteemed partner and colleague. And today, well, we did the girls JV, we did the girls varsity. Now it's time for some boys varsity basketball.
It's gonna be a great game.
It will be.
Can't wait to call it.
100%. Can't wait to call it. So excited to be here. Our first varsity boys game, and boy, oh boy, have we been dreaming of this for a while now, Garrett.
I mean, we got the 11-1 Crete Cardinals taking on the 6-6 Seward Bluejays.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a great game, great
Should
rivalry.
be a big one.
Can't wait.
Battle of the Birds. And here in a few moments, we'll send it away to Jim Crete, who is waiting to unleash the Crete Cardinal hype video, and as well as our national anthem, which we will stand and honor our great country.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second half of tonight's varsity doubleheader. Between the visitors from Seward, your Bluejays, and your Cardinals. At this time, I will invite everyone to please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hat as we face the flag, and the Crete High Band honors our flag and country with the playing of our national anthem.
Here we go from the Nest.
Again, we welcome everyone.
Now time for player introductions, followed up by your Crete basketball hype video.
Number 10 is 6-foot senior Malachi Linda. Number 11, a 5'10" senior Drew Kobach. Number 12, 6'2" junior Phil Holstein. Number 15, 6'6" junior Hank Hughes. And number 24, 6'4" senior A.J. Frazier. Bluejays are coached by Trevor Mackey. Number 13, the 6'3" junior, Tanner Spacek. Number 21, 6'4" senior, Mason Crumbles. And number 22, 6'6" junior, Ben Ehlers. Cardinals are coached by Tony Siski. Sit back, relax, let's play basketball.
Here we go, folks. Crete, Seward, Battle of the Birds. From the nest. Tip off, about to get underway.
It's going to be a great ball game, folks.
Welcome to Crete. We are underway. Seward wins the tip. Taking a look here at the starters now.
Malachi. Good defense here by Crete to start off the game.
100%.
As Limbach drives
And,
in.
oh, no shot. They're going to give him for a travel there. So a big win for the Cardinals early. Columbus will inbound this one. Met by McDowell. McDowell, of course, the big shooter. Big point guard. Columbus right there as well. Here's Ehlers from the top of the key. Gets to McDowell. McDowell jumper.
It's good.
Gets it to go early.
Great shot by McDowell.
11 is cooking.
Here's Hughes. Gets it out to Limbach.
Now
For
his
three.
shot from downtown.
What a shot!
From the parking lot. Gets it to go.
Koval.
Now Gardner drives in. Can't get to go. Here's Crumbles. Fighting and fouled. So now McDowell will throw this one in.
Foul on number 10.
Under the basket.
Malachi Limbach, his first.
McDowell looks. Gardner in the paint. So reliable down there, but a travel here. So just like Seward, Crete's possession ends early with a travel. So now throwing this one in will be Malachi Limbach. Gets it number 12, Finn Hochstein. Malachi with the ball. Back out to Hochstein. Now number 15, Hank Hughes. Now the big man, number 24, puts it in there, the bucket by
What
number
a
24,
shot.
A.J. Frazee. Now McDowell. Big shooter. Jumper once again.
Another jumper, and it's
puts
good.
it back, puts the biscuits in the pantry, and he's eating.
Exactly what Aiden was looking for on that shot.
Koval gets Hughes. Now from
For
deep,
three again.
nearly had it. So Seward taking some pretty big shots to the perimeter here. And
They're taking deep
Gardner
threes.
open in the paint. The big man puts it up. And
And
he
it
is so
rolls
important to
in.
this offense. And he lays that one in there. Oh boy, sends him flying.
Thought about
There you
the
go.
three again.
Crazy now. Sit to Koval. Koval gets to Hughes. And, oh, can't corral that one.
Crete
Limbach,
basketball.
It will beat Crete basketball. Cardinals up 6-5 early here in this rivalry game.
I mean, we're seeing some turnovers early, some traveling violations.
Pretty interesting game up to this point. Here's Ben Ehlers. Take it out. Gets it to Gardner from the wing. Gardner looks, finds Crumbles. Ehlers. McDowell. So dynamic, but this time,
Offensive
no.
foul on
Offensive
Ehlers.
foul.
That'll be his first.
So now here comes number 12, Finn Hochstein. Hochstein. Cobalt now. Holstein again. Now got it. Hughes. Holstein. Cobalt. Here comes Hughes. Cobalt again. This defense.
Just great defense by the
Making
Cardinals.
Seward think.
Not let him get past the three-point line.
Cobalt.
See if Seward can try to get something going here.
Cobalt. Does he pop another deep one? Step back.
He thought about it.
Here's Frazee trying to penetrate. No. Back in. Drives. The lay in. The
And it's
finger
good. What a shot by
Rim bomb.
Malachi.
Now here's Crumbus. Now Gardner from the wing. Over the other side. Ehlers open
For three.
three-pointer. Nearly gets
No
it to go, but
good.
no cigar there. So now here comes Tim Hochstein has it. Hughes back out to Cobalt.
It's
Big
good.
three-pointer from
What a
outside
shot.
the range of most human men, NBA style. Hits that
Cobalt's
one.
second
Now McDowell
three.
says, anything you can do,
Oh!
I can do better, folks. My goodness.
Aiden matches it right back.
It looks like we're in the shooting range. McDowell hits one from San Jose, California. All the way back there. Cobalt now. Hughes from the wing. Cobalt deep three-pointer. Would have made that, but no shot.
It's going to be a foul.
Drew Cobalt already big shooter. If he sees an open look, he's going to take it. And from that deep of range, it's no stranger to hitting those.
That's
So
going
now
to
Hochstein to throw it in.
be Javen Gardner's first foul of the night. Second team foul.
And number 32, Wakeman.
So Hochstein to throw it in. And fouled is number 32, Luke Wegman.
Cardinals for 22, Ben Ehlers.
It's going to be a foul on Ben Ehlers, his first.
Now the shot, fade away, jumper, gets it to go.
Good.
Tristan Haas. Big points for the Blue Jays. And they're going to want to get those early against this loaded Cardinals squad.
That's going to be a foul on number 10, Malachi Limbach. That'll be his second already.
Number 10, Limbach, his second, 17, and the lineup for the Blue Jays, number 3.
So Seward has come out swinging, and that's exactly what they needed to get against this Crete team is get on top early, get a lead. And Ben Ehlers says, thank you very much, laying that one in there for two. My goodness, what a force to be reckoned with is he.
Number 3, Cameron Dyer.
So now Tristan Haas has got it. Dyer looking for Haas. And finds
Turnover.
Ben Ehlers instead on the interception. Now Gardner through the legs, puts it in, and
What?
drive!
A play by Javen Gardner.
My goodness!
Way to be physical and drive in
Take a
there.
look at the replay, gives him a little okey doke, then says, I'll put you in the blender and takes it to the rim.
That was a really good play by Javen Gardner.
What a finish, I tell you
Puts the
what.
Cardinals in front 13-12 as Seward takes a timeout.
Boy, oh boy. Seward came out swinging. But Crete said, you know what?
You look at Drew Cobalt, number 11 for Seward. He's already got two big three-pointers in this game.
I mean, he has been lighting up the scoreboard pretty well, but McDowell has been answering right back with 2 threes of his own. And, I mean, right now that's the story of the game. Two shooters going at it. We'll see which one comes out on top.
And
McDowell and Cobalt really.
And you got to be careful if you're Seward. Malachi Limbach has 2 fouls already.
That's not good, not what you want. And I believe he's the only one who has fouled for Seward so far.
Yes, he is.
So now here comes Hochstein. Dyer next to him. Cobalt shot one from there a while ago, but I feel like he'll look better than here. Here's Hochstein again. And takeaway.
Steal.
Columbus in the fast break. And that's going to be out of bounds. And that's going to be Seward basketball.
Mason Crumless
So
is on the
Columbus a little
ground.
slow to get up now. Hopefully that's nothing too major.
Looks like
Looks
he's
like
in a
just
little bit of pain.
Looks like he's just a little banged up. I think he'll be good to go. Looks like Trace Eggy now in the game, so it's Drew Henning and Reese Burton. One thing about this Crete team that you like to see is that you can plug in any of these players anywhere and it feels like you'll get phenomenal results. Here's Dyer.
They got plenty of them.
Dyer. Looking for a lane. Dyer.
Back out to Haas.
Haas gets this to Hochstein. Number 32, Luke Wegman. And this is going to be Crete basketball. So now a chance to get some opportunistic points for Crete. Eggy will throw it into McDowell. McDowell now.
Foul called on
Crete's leading scorer. He's got 7 so far. Eggy. Trace Eggy, a little crossover. Burton. Now Henning drives in, puts up the layup.
Oh, good.
But McDowell with the finish. Nope, sirree. Not so fast.
What
Burton
a
keeps
move.
it in bounds. Crumpus for 3. No good. Rebound. McDowell. Foul going up for him.
Foul.
And he says, yes, sir.
What a
Give
chaotic,
me that money.
what a chaotic drive there for the Cardinals, but it ends up working out for them.
Take a look at the replay. Just a physical finish by McDowell goes up for it. And again, as we've said already many times throughout today, the worst thing that can happen is you get fouled going up. Now McDowell will shoot 2. First one up. Right down Broadway.
That
Boy,
was
oh
a great,
boy.
that was a great job by McDowell. He got 2 rebounds on that drive. He's going in and being really physical.
Very impressive. So McDowell will shoot again here. See what he cooks up. Second shot on its way from McDowell. And he gets that one to go. So Aiden McDowell now. 9 points already of Crete's 15. And here's Dyer. Dyer with a little shimmy. Gets it to Haas, who does not connect at all. So now Burton has it going the other way. Ehlers from the wing. Henning just got that one to go. He puts it in. And that's in there.
It's going to be a timeout by Seward.
Boy, oh boy.
Great vision by Ehlers to find Henning in the paint. An even better job by Henning for finishing.
Good assist from Ehlers, yes. And Henning manages to lay that one in there. I mean, as we said, depth, depth, depth. That's what Crete is this year.
That's right, partner. And I mean, it's been a really good ball game so far, really physical. I like to see that throughout the game.
100%. But it just seems like wherever you look, there's a new person inserted into the game plan, whether that be Trace Eggy or Drew Henning, who we've seen a lot of. And of course, Reese Burton had a pretty good play on that drive.
I mean, you could say the same thing for Seward, too, with Cameron Dyer and Tristan Haas coming off the bench.
100%. Really compliment Hochstein and Koval. Speaking of Koval, here he is. He might shoot it from there, who knows. Here's Haas. Back to Koval, now to Dyer. Haas. So Seward taking a little safe here. Hochstein drives in, finds no one, then gets it to Dyer in the paint. Dyer looking, needs someone, and gets it to Koval.
That was a risky pass there, tipped by Reese Burton.
Pass. Burton wasn't looking though. So it will be Seward basketball.
Again, just phenomenal defense by the Cardinals, not letting anything get by.
A lot in this defense. Koval. And he gets tripped up and falls down.
It's going to be a jump
ball. And oh no, Koval's shaken up.
That's not what you want to see if you're Seward.
That, especially with how well he's been playing up to this point.
He's a great shooter. He's got plenty of range.
He's not the tallest guy. He's not the biggest guy, but boy, oh boy, can he shoot. Already on display earlier today. Of course, McDowell has a
1 second to work with here.
McDowell can't get that one right.
Blew
They're
the
gonna
whistle.
Stop play real quick.
Let's see what. I think they're going to adjust the clock here.
Yeah, I believe there was a mistake on the clock. I'm going to run the play again, I believe, here. They are resetting the clock to about 1.7 seconds. So McDowell, in all likelihood, going to catch it and shoot. And, oh, boy, got a little cheerleader interference.
Cheerleaders on the court.
I don't think they knew what was going on. Hashtag bummer.
1.7
Well, anyway, Ehlers
seconds
will throw
left
this
on the
one
clock.
in. McDowell appears to be covered, but it doesn't matter. McDowell is going to get this one up. I think they're going to say travel.
Yeah,
They
it
will.
was a travel.
So it will be Seward basketball when we come back.
They're going to put more time on the clock.
I don't know. They might.
They're going to put.
Can Seward get a shot off with?
They're going to put a little bit of time left on the clock.
Can Seward get a shot off with .5? I believe Jim Crete said down there at the desk.
It's going to be tough.
I don't think they'll be able to.
Yeah, 0.5 seconds
0.5
left.
seconds.
It's got to be a half quarter.
Dyer's got to throw this one in. Someone who can shoot.
It's probably going to be contested.
It's probably going to be
probably look for
Koval.
Koval here.
No, Koval not open. It's Hughes who puts it up.
Doesn't
no
get
good.
it off.
So after one, Crete 17, Seward 12. And the Battle of the Birds.
This has been a really exciting game so far.
100%. Of course, McDowell and Koval shooting from way beyond the three-point line. That's something that you're going to see a lot of, especially with these two teams.
I mean,
Koval, of course, pretty decent shooter. And McDowell, of course, the decent shooter for Crete.
I mean, both of them, they got plenty of range. Those were like NBA threes.
Oh, yeah.
And they drained them.
Yep. That was pretty impressive. Also, pretty good ball skills as well. I mean, you see McDowell going behind the back through the legs pretty efficiently. He does it maybe the best on the team. And then you got Koval on the other side, easily the best on the team with his dribbling and ball handling. I mean, just two complete players going at it tonight. That's what we're really excited to see.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see what happens throughout the rest of the game.
But we have to bring up the other players, the other stars of the show, because it's not just McDowell that brings this together. You got Jaden Gardner in paint, one of the more dominant posts, I think, in Class B.
I mean, you got Kenner Sweetalk on the wing.
100%.
I mean,
we haven't seen him much today, though. I would expect to see him a lot more later.
He went off last game against Norris. He's a great defensive factor for the Cardinals.
He's a force to be reckoned with. Of course, got Mason Crumless, another big guy. I mean, there's a lot of size.
Really a do-it-all player.
I mean, Jaden Gardner's 6'4", McDowell's 6'4", Ehlers, I think, is 6'4", 6'5". Crumless is 6'3". I mean, these are tall guys. I mean, there's so much size, and it's hard for teams to sometimes counteract guys. This off of Hughes' hand, and that will be Cardinal basketball.
I mean, that's just another turnover that you really hate to have.
Can't have that happen. You see the street section chanting Butterfingers. Not much else to say there. As Gardner, once again, talked about in the break, forced to be reckoned with. They're going to get to him here. Oh my goodness.
Swatted away by Hughes. What a play by Hank Hughes.
My goodness. He said, you know what? I got some height of my own. Projected at underneath the basket. So now here's Hochstein. Now Koval. Big shooter. Now Hughes, the big man. Hochstein. Back to Koval from deep three. No good.
No good.
Can't get that one to fall. Now back up. Blocked by Ehlers.
What defensive play
Rejected.
by Ehlers.
Ben Ehlers.
McDowell for three.
McDowell.
And it's good.
Bang.
He dropped that in the bucket.
Corner. Aiden
What
McDowell.
a shot by Aiden McDowell.
He is putting on a clinic.
Let's see if Seward can answer. As Malachi Limbach.
Limbach. That appears to be A.J. Crazy. Gets it to Koval. He loses his dribble. Comas got
of it.
Now Gardner finds McDowell again. The X Factor. McDowell drives in. Puts up the jumper.
What a move by Aiden McDowell.
And he says, you're little. Holy cow! Ha ha ha!
That'll make it a 10-point ball game. Let's see if
Limbaugh.
Seward can rebound.
Oh, and McDowell with the takeaway. He can do it all, folks. Drives in off the foot.
Off.
Spoke too soon, and now here's Koval, the other number 11 who can do it all.
Let's see if Seward can really try to calm down the crowd and gain back
Yes.
momentum.
The Nest is rocking tonight, as it is always. Here's Hochstein. Hughes. Now Limbach. Frazee off McDowell's hand and into
stay
the
with Seward.
bleachers. So McDowell, my goodness, force to be reckoned with on offense, and you got to account for him on defense too. I mean,
Number
my
13,
goodness.
Kenner Sweettalk, checks into the game.
That's our X factor. That's who we've been talking about. Might be the best player on the team. Who knows? He's playing some pretty top-end defense lately, especially.
We have 5
My
second
goodness.
violation.
Couldn't get that one on fast enough.
Again, that is not what you want if you're Seward.
If you're Seward, you have to be thinking. We can't have these kind of mistakes dictating.
You've got to be
the flow of the
moving,
game.
trying to get open. If you can't see anyone, you gotta find someone open.
Boy, oh boy. So now McDowell matched up on Koval. Now Crumbus driving in. Double cover.
No good. That's gonna be a foul. Crumless can go to the line to shoot 2 here.
Crumbus, of course, very reliable player too. Bigger guy, nice guy too. Such a great guy. And then of course you got his pink shoes. I'm loving those. Hits this one. So Crumbus gets the free throw to sink.
And that's a foul on Finn Hochstein. That's his second foul of the game.
Crumbus is really a hybrid. I mean, you know, Gardner's he's the big man. McDowell's the shooter. There you go. 2 for Crumbus.
Crumbless, he can do everything.
He can do a little bit of everything.
He's got the height, he can shoot.
He's got the size. I mean, that is one thick man right there.
It's going to be a push.
Foul.
I believe that's on Kenner Sweettalk.
And I mean, you don't see that from him much. I mean, he's such a disciplined player, you know. But I mean, sometimes that's going to happen. So now throwing it in number 14, Edison Knott. Not looking. 5-second violation again, possibly. No. Gets it, but it's intercepted by Ehlers. And he can pick up his dribble, and he does here.
I mean,
Let's go.
Crete, they're really playing those inbound plays well. Seward can't find anything.
Gardner, he's a threat from 3 too. Whoa, what a pass. Looked like a no-look. Patrick Mahomes is smiling somewhere. Here's Crumless. Gives him a little head fake. Now Ehlers. Ehlers drives in. Puts it up. And
What a
rolls
play
it
by
in.
Ehlers.
My goodness. Ben Ehlers. Another guy. I mean, all these guys can do it all. I mean, you want to defend them like, maybe I don't have it in me. Maybe I'm not really an athlete. This guy's a pretty good shooter. But he can also drive in, too. It's like, oh, my goodness. I have to think the mindset going into this game is, wow. We have a lot to cover. Now, how can we execute that? Seward has not found a way to stop Crete in any way. And right now, Stahl, they've hit a bit of a writer's block on offense, too. Seward, they came out so hot. Now it just seems like they've cooled off.
That's going to be Kenner Sweettalk's second foul already.
And we say you don't see that often.
I mean, Seward, they've got 2 people with 2 fouls already, Malachi Limbach and Frank Hochstein.
You can't have those 2 get out. That's why you see Edison not in the game here so early.
You got to hope that they're not.
And now the big throw. McDowell has it in stride. McDowell just says, I'm going to shoot this. Fouled. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that looked like a shot foul to me. He came from behind and just absolutely
I don't think McDowell knew he was there.
No, he didn't. So he pulled up to shoot. My goodness, that almost went in. If that went in, my goodness.
It's going to be a foul on Crete.
If that one goes in, that's one for the rocking chair right there. McDowell looks like he's having a career night. Already 14 on the board.
I mean, that's Ben Ehlers' second foul, too.
True. So now, here's Limbach. And off the hands of Knott. Knott. Fake. Limbach. Now here's Knott once again. Koval Deep
three.
three-pointer. Dang.
Just off the back
Can't
of
get
the
that
rim.
one. Now here's McDowell in transition. They got the numbers. Crumbuss sweeps
Euro
in.
step.
Oh,
It's going to
his
be off
knee.
the knee of Crumbuss. Seward basketball.
And that's a tough one. Crumbuss did so well to finesse himself into the lane. That's really what he can do. That's why he's showing you what he can do in the paint. And he's showing you he can do it all. He can shoot from three. He can pull up on a jumper. And he can drive in.
Just lost control of the ball on that one.
So Haas, and now Knott drives in, gets it, tries to get it, but fails. And now Limbach under the basket. Appears to be a foul. And is that going to be another one on Ehlers, I wonder?
It's going to be on. It's going to be on Mason Crumbuss. And that'll put the Blue Jays in the bonus, so they'll go shoot the 1-and-1.
Just Crumbuss's first foul. So going out is Ben Ehlers, who has 2 fouls on him. So you got Eggy, Burton, Henning, Gardner, and McDowell in there. A shot, puts it up, and
Just gets it.
Wegman. Saw some action from him in the first quarter, and he's back in right now. Wegman for a second shot, puts it up, no good.
No good.
And Eggy, scuffle for the ball. It's going to be Crete basketball. Wegman was really fighting for that ball. Seemed like he knew he was going to miss. Take a look at the replay. Eggy almost gets tackled. Could be his first. So now going with the full court press. It's Haas who's in the way of Eggy. So now Wegman going to play some defense on Gardner. Oh my goodness. Timeout, Tony Siski's team. Boy, oh boy, I have a feeling I think maybe Siski took a timeout to save Mr. Luke Wegman from getting absolutely faked out by Gardner on that drive. I mean, he looked like he was behind all the way.
I mean, that was a great move by Javen, just really to move past him.
And I mean, he is one of the more dynamic guys in Class B, of course. I mean, we'd say it once, we'd say it again. I mean, these guys can do it all. I mean, some guys are one-dimensional, right? Like, personally, you watch that Loyola Chicago team a couple of years ago, I believe it was. They had that one really big guy who they threw it to in the paint, but he couldn't shoot. And, of course, it got him, that wasn't the Sweet 16 team. That was the round of 32 team that beat Illinois in the first round. But still, nonetheless, Cinderella run ended.
We're back
Didn't
after
have
the timeout.
Didn't have enough on the perimeter. I believe they lost to Ohio State. As here's McDowell. Dyer.
Just under
matchup on
3
him.
minutes left to go.
Now Knott versus Henning. Now Eggy looking. Finds McDowell again, who's been dynamic tonight.
What a move.
McDowell puts it up there.
What a move by Aiden McDowell.
I mean, magic. McDowell
That's
putting on some magic today as AMAC attack gets another one.
16 points in the game already.
Boy, oh boy.
He is having himself a day.
He's having himself a night. Dyer. Knott's got it. Through the legs. Knott.
Looking for something.
Oh, he falls over on the crossover. Burton picks him clean. Burton in the fast break. He's got to get away from the cop speed. Gets this one over to McDowell. Puts a little fake on. Eggy in the paint. Puts it up.
And it's good.
Yes, sir.
You know, if you're Seward, you really don't want to be against Crete on the fast break.
No, they're so dynamic in that too, with how versatile they are. And Eggy once again.
Fast break.
Speaking of the fast break,
Henning
puts it up. There gets
it
Haas.
to go again.
Boy, oh boy. Timeout. Seward.
Timeout by Seward.
As well as they should. This place is rocking, folks. Boy, oh boy.
You know, coming in the nest, it's a really hostile environment. I mean, a lot of energy.
Gives the big house a run for its money, man. I mean,
it really does.
It really does. I mean, is there anything better than this?
I really don't think there is, pal. As we look at some stats here, Crete's up 32-13.
100%, yeah.
Drew Koval is leading the Blue Jays in points with 6 points.
McDowell 3 for 4 from beyond the three-point line. He's been a force to be reckoned with. And
then
he has 2 steals.
You look at Seward and Finn Hochstein and Malachi Limbach. They both still only have 2 fouls.
I mean, when your name's Malachi, I mean, you probably got to pay it off somehow, you know? I mean, I know Malachi personally.
Yeah, I know Malachi.
Yeah, his name's like Malachi Coleman or something. Utter stud. He's committed to Nebraska. Know him personally, of course.
Big shout out to Showtime.
Big shout out to Jaden Doss as well, committed to Nebraska, who follows me on Instagram. Don't mean to brag. And at halftime,
as you look at the final score, girls basketball, Malcolm beats Freeman by a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one, partner. Here's Haas. Hughes, I mean. Sorry.
Gets
Hughes.
in. That's going to be a foul. He didn't go shoot 2.
Frazee was looking to put that one up and he gets fouled.
Of
course, as we say, worst thing that can happen to you in that situation, you get fouled.
Foul on Reese Burton.
Frazee knows that.
His first.
I mean, we're talking about height. I mean, shortest person on the team is probably Reese Burton, and he's still 5'11".
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty impressive. It's hard to beat a team with good height.
I mean, there is a lot to look at on this Crete team, not to cover. And
This is
Ehlers
the
gets that
second.
one. So they don't come away with anything. There's Burton wide open. And here's Ehlers, open 3.
No
Can't get it
good.
to go.
And, you know, we say it all the time. Free throws are critical in a game like this.
Now Koval driving in. He loses control. Now we know we said Burton was maybe the shortest person on the court for the Cardinals, but boy, oh boy, does he pack a punch when he's in there. I mean, he might have one of the better work ethics and character and also effort on the team. And I mean, boy, oh boy, he can do whatever the other guys can do as well. He can shoot. On
Get out of bounds
defense,
by Crete again.
he might be their most sound defensive player. I mean, there's not much Reese Burton can't do, especially on the football field. That's my quarterback. Anyway, here's Koval. Frazee posting up. Frazee gets it to his man.
And it's good.
There's Hochstein.
You know,
Boy,
they
oh boy.
really needed that.
What a team up. A little hook pass and got it into Hochstein and got the bucket. McDowell from long range.
And it's good!
The sniper shooting out
What?
continues.
A shot by Aiden McDowell. He's at 19 points already
McDowell
in the
knocks
second
that one
quarter.
down once again. Now Frazee says, I can do something
pump
too,
fake,
but
he missed it.
misses the lay-in. So McDowell, again, driving in, loses the ball in the transfer. Now Koval coming the other way. Koval. Drew Koval, step back, three-pointer, and chase it.
It's good!
My goodness!
What
He
a shot by Koval.
Put that on the money. Put that on his tab, he says. He says, I can play with McDowell all night. We'll see what McDowell has to say to that. McDowell gets it to Gardner. Maybe set him up a little bit. Ehlers. McDowell.
3 seconds
and-
left
oh,
and out of bounds. That'll be
miscommunication.
Seward basketball.
So now a similar transition to what we had at the first quarter. 2.7 seconds left. Hodgson's going to throw this one in. I think he's looking, I would presume Koval. 2-1 puts this one up. Nowhere even close, unfortunately. I mean, that's not what you're not really going to have a chance at that point with 2 seconds left on your own side of the court. So
That'll take us to halftime here.
give him props
Crete,
for trying, but
Crete up 35-18 on Seward.
boy, oh boy. I mean, we couldn't have asked for much more in this rivalry game. I mean, Crete has come out and played lights out, but Seward, we were surprised how hot they came out.
Yeah, they
cooled
came
off.
out really hot, and Drew Koval was a good,
I mean,
was a
goodness.
really big factor in that.
I mean, between Koval and McDowell, it's hard to tell who's had the more individual performance, but it seems like McDowell's easily
And McDowell has 19 points in the first half. That is really impressive.
He's really buoyed this team into what it is right now, and he's obviously the main feature at this point. Of course, Koval has these points, but I mean, you look at the scoreboard right now. Who's up? Is what's important. Crete's up by 17.
I mean, I'd like to see more from Koval in the second half.
100%.
He's making some really good shots. He has 9 points, and all of them are threes. He's 3 for 5.
I mean, I would just like to apologize to Trace Eggy's family after Drew Koval popped that 3 right in his face. I mean, that is tough. That is really tough. But I mean,
speaking of Trace Eggy's family,
Dave
Eggy,
DE Builders, we build it, you buy it.
Proud sponsor
of Crete basketball.
If we take it down to the cheerleaders.
Actually, you know what, Garrett? I think we have something to say. I think we need to shed light on a true member of the community who has really just set waves for this weekend. And his name is Todd Eggerling. Todd,
yes.
If you're listening, I'd just like to know how much we appreciate you. And I mean,
great member
you put
of the Crete community.
You put that scoreboard in your shed, Todd. Todd Eggerling has put a scoreboard in his country shed, of course. We are calling it
if you guys haven't heard, no school tomorrow.
No school tomorrow due to inclement weather.
For all Crete public schools.
Boy, oh boy. Well, anyway, as I was talking about Todd. So, Todd Eggerling, member of he lives over by Denton, but his kids go to Crete. Of course, Barrett Eggerling, a good friend of ours. And Todd actually put a scoreboard in his shed, a basketball scoreboard in his shed. And, of course, me being me, I took some interest into it. And I would like to announce the opening of Eggerling Arena at Acres Field. And the new football team that will be taking place at Todd Eggerling's farm, Denton State University. The Fighting Broths will do whatever it takes to really win a game, you know. But anyway, again, thanks Todd, great guy. And I think we've got our fan of the game.
We've got our fan of the game.
Ron to Brink,
Ron
would you come over here?
Yeah! Fan of the game.
Fan of the game.
Ron to Brink.
And Ron, what's really stood out to you tonight?
I can't hear you. What?
What's really stood out to you tonight?
Really stood out the hustle. Yeah, and the ball movement.
Yeah. 100%. Gotta love it from Ron.
Thank you, Ron. Oh,
yep,
yeah.
You bet.
And, of course, Ron to Brink, father of Crete's very own Tad to Brink.
Yes.
Number
very special
1
man.
on the basketball team.
Yes. Tad is he's our quarterback.
We're his guys.
We're his guys. We're Tad's guys. Me personally, I think Tad's very, very great human being. Very great guy, very attractive guy. And he's a real staple here in Crete. And our appreciation goes out to Tad to Brink.
I'd like to also give another thank you to Eric Farlander.
Yes. Woo. Puts on a great show with that band.
No, we wouldn't be here without him.
We wouldn't be here without Eric.
I mean, we've got a lot of band kids. Really goes a long way here at Crete.
If you weren't so understanding, we wouldn't be commentating right now. Yeah, because we had to tell them that we were commentating because we couldn't play in the band. Which I know is tough.
We got 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Till the
Anything else you want to
second
talk about
half starts. I mean, you look at Crete. Kenner Sweetalk has 2 fouls.
I mean, they haven't really even gotten him involved, though. McDowell's been taking most. McDowell, Gardner, and Ehlers are taking most of the load.
Yeah, I mean, Kenner, he got in foul trouble early, so they had to take him out of the game and put in Reese Burton,
I mean, it's
who's
just
been really phenomenal off the bench.
Yeah, Reese Vernon has been pretty phenomenal. I mean, really takes the load off of the other guys too, especially with how dynamic he is on the defensive side.
And
It's just
you have Ben Ehlers. He's at 2 fouls also. He also has 4 points. He's a real X factor.
Ehlers 6'6". Actually, I was wrong about that. So, I mean, there's so much height.
Ben Ehlers, the tallest guy on this Crete team.
Maybe, and I think Burton throws you off a little bit when you see how, because he's obviously a lot quicker because he's a little shorter. But, I mean, he just blows right past those guys. Tell you what. Right. Of course, got to talk about the other guys coming off the bench, possibly tonight. You could see Everett Heath. He's a big guy. Could possibly see Kenton Spence. He's a great guy. And Carson Coates, they have him listed as 5'10". No shot. No. There's no way. Sorry, he's a good 5'8". How tall are you?
5'6.5".
Okay, so how tall are you compared to him?
I don't know. Probably about the same.
You're probably about the same height. So it's 5'10" a lot.
And you know, Torrin Siski, a real X factor off the bench. You know, you put him in and it's over.
It's the student section when he goes in. Holy cow! I'll tell you what.
You better watch out if Torrin Siski's on the
Yeah,
court.
I know. He's a force to be reckoned with. I think the reason they haven't put him in yet is because he's so important to the team.
Yes.
Like, if they put him in, it's already over. Two minutes left. 2.5 minutes left in this halftime presentation. Presented to you by the Stride Network, Nebraska Score Feed, and Dent Buster. Dent Buster. You dent it, we fix it. Interesting. That's what I was thinking too.
A minute 30 seconds left till halftime.
30.
As we look at the teams warm up.
Seems like we got another fan of the game, Garrett.
Kyle
Dr.
Hemge.
Woo!
Yeah.
Football coach at Crete High, also FCA correspondent, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. If you are a student and you find yourself needing Christ in your life, then FCA is the way to go.
We'll talk to Coach Hemge.
So take a look at our team coming up here. 58 seconds left to go in halftime.
You know, partner, what do you think Seward is their game plan is for the second half here?
You know, Garrett, that's kind of my question that I would probably ask you because I'm the play-by-play and you're the color commentator. But yeah, I will answer that. Seward, if you're going to come back in this game, and you need to, it's points early. You get to the ball. Who do you think the biggest playmaker is?
Koval.
Of course.
No
Drew
question.
Koval. No question. You get him the ball. You let him cook. You let him cook. You let him cook, man. I mean, when you have someone with that caliber, you have to let him cook. And right now, you gotta let him cook early. Because if you don't let him cook early, it's gonna be over by the time.
I mean, they've got to start hot like they did at the beginning of the game.
I'm not
They
talking
started off hot and it worked really well for them.
It really did, because it seemed like we would have like a little upset action going on here. But since then, it's cooled off. And Seward, I mean, it sounds like we're lauding Crete a lot, but that's just because. It's just because Seward hasn't done much off the hands of Dowd there. So
Seward basketball.
Just informed that my mic was not close enough to my face. Sorry if you couldn't hear me at home, folks. Tell you what, Garrett, we've been doing this for 3 hours now. About, what time is it? I don't know. But my ears are starting to hurt, Garrett. What about you?
Yep, me too.
Anyway, here's Hochstein. Koval once again. Got to feed that man. No,
Great
Ehlers cannot.
defensive play
There's
by
Tanner
Ehlers.
Sweettalk, the man of the hour who we've been
Trying
talking
to
about.
control the ball.
McDowell rejected by Hochstein.
What
They
a
give each
play
other a
by
little look.
Hochstein.
A little bit of trash talk says, you got rejected, son. Sit down.
For 3.
No good. Missed it by that much.
I mean, that was a great effort by A.J. Frazee. He tried to keep the ball in play, but he just couldn't quite get to it.
Couldn't quite get to it, of course. Now here's McDowell with Sweettalk next to him. I mean, what's the inspiration behind Kenner's shoes tonight, Garrett? I mean, I'm not loving them.
I mean, they're not the best, but
Black,
it gets the job done.
It does get the job done, but McDowell, step back, crossover in his face. No good.
It would have been a deep 2.
Now here's Gardner. He's no stranger, and oh my.
Crumbliss seems a little shaken up.
We saw that in the
Holding
first
his
half
face a little
too.
bit.
Crumbliss was a little shaken up, and Koval was a little shaken up. I think Crumbliss is going to.
He's going to get a sub there.
Trace Eggy going to go in for Crumbliss. I mean, that's got to happen. I mean, you see your player, he's not performing up to his standards. It means he's shaking up. So he needs a little bit of a breather, needs some time to recuperate. And Trace Eggy, he's a great depth guy who's going to give you that action. So now here's Frazee. Now Hughes, Koval once again. And off the hands of both Hughes and Limbach, and that'll be Crete basketball. So, I mean, not really how you want to start off the half for either team. No one really getting anything going.
There's been a couple turnovers, and
Sweettalk has it by the wing. He drives in. Gardner from the corner. People don't think that he can pop one from there, but he definitely can. No foul, no call. And Eggy lays that in, the role play. So Trace Eggy says, now you can say my name, and we can see you, Trace. Eggy has been cooking.
Hochstein gets it out to Malachi.
Now Hughes. Now Koval. He could shoot it from there if he wanted to. Now here's Limbach again. Now taken away by Gardner. Gardner in the fast break. Got a man on him, that's Hochstein, and there's going to be a foul. And Ehlers went up for that. I think he would have gotten that if Gardner had thrown it up. Jeez.
That's going to be a foul.
We talk about...
Now that's Hochstein's 3rd foul.
Oh, boy.
So he's getting into a little foul trouble there. Don't want to see that if you shoot.
And here's Sweettalk. Can't get it in. And Frazee will rebound that one. A.J. Frazee with another board. So here's Haas. Now Hochstein. Koval thought about it. But Burton is just too shifty, and Koval cannot get a shot off. But Hochstein can and lays it in there. 37-20. Seward pulls closer, but still a 17-point game. Here's McDowell. Sends it over to Burton. The duo puts it up. No good. Off the front iron. Now Frazee rejected by Ehlers. Couldn't get a grip for the ball, and Ehlers swiped it out of his hands. Now McDowell, other side, tries to put it up, and he's fouled going up there by Koval.
He's going to go on to shoot
Take a
two.
look at the replay. McDowell, you see here, he's going to pull up a jumper. It looked like, I don't know what happened there, but I think Koval must have gotten his hand in a little too close, a little too grabby, and touched McDowell's ball.
He misses the first one.
So McDowell for shot number 2.
It's up and
Trickles down.
couldn't
and
quite get in there.
Can't get in there. So now here's Hochstein trying to respond. Gets it to Koval. Haas. He can shoot from 3 too. Limbach, the smaller one. Hutchinson. Koval once again puts
What
it
a shot!
in the bucket, folks. Number 11,
A deep contested 3.
Koval.
That was a
From
great
downtown,
shot.
now
for Drew
Burton
Koval.
from the corner. Burton, no good. So now Seward has a little momentum, but no. Ehlers takes it away. Ehlers puts it in, no good. Hutchinson.
That's going to be
Hutstein.
Ben Ehlers' 3rd foul.
Boy, oh boy, you don't like to see that. Take a look at the replay that you just saw there, of course. Pretty physical situation. So now Seward.
Good
lead
news
cut.
as Mason Crumbliss enters back into the game for Crete.
Lead cut to 14 here. Does Crete get a little... Are you nervous here for Crete, or do you think maybe it's just Seward's got lucky a little bit? I think if you're Crete, I don't want number 11 getting the ball on the other side.
Yeah, I mean,
But
he
she
can
does here.
shoot from anywhere. Doesn't matter if he's contested or not. He can make
You
it.
saw what happened to Trace Aggie earlier as he got posterized. And now here's... And now back out to Hotstein. Fouled.
Fouled and
the bucket as well.
What a play by Hodgson.
My goodness.
He has a chance for
4-point play.
4-point play. I mean, not only to take the foul, but to make the 3 on top of it.
That's
a huge play.
Freak athlete is what we call that. 4-point play on its way. No good. Henning gets it. Henning down the court. Henning looking. Henning finds McDowell. McDowell, oh my goodness, deflected. McDowell gets it back. McDowell, jumper.
Floater.
No good, off the front iron. Hot shine in the fast break. No good.
Stolen by
Eggy
Eggy.
is there. Burton streaking down with him. Eggy just puts up himself, and he's going to be fouled. So Eggy goes out, forces the contact, gets the foul, and now he'll go to the line to shoot. I believe 2. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And that'll be Wegman's second foul.
So Eggy now puts up the free throw. And it's right down Broadway, folks. That will put the lead back to 12. So, I mean, Crete, you got to take this as a breather, a little bit of a timeout here, because Seward's coming, it seems.
So he makes the second one.
Haas gets it to Limbach. Limbach gives it to Dyer. Dyer looking for a lane. Passes it to Haas. Haas from 3. Gets it to Dyer in the paint. Dyer to Hughes. Hughes, the big man. Now to Koval once again, the shooter. Mashed up on Burton. We'll be watching that one all night. Now Dyer again. Back to Limbach. Limbach through the legs. Back to Hughes. Hughes gets it to Haas. Haas. Koval.
Koval
pointer.
for 3.
No good.
No good.
Airballs that one. He's had his way all night, but that one, no chance. So now Crumbliss gets it to McDowell. McDowell to Burton. And,
Drew
Henning takes it away and puts it up. So now the Cardinals are up by 15.
To keep control of the ball.
Dyer now. Hughes. Now Haas has it. Dyer from the wing. Dyer. Dyer drives. Dyer posts up. Dyer looking, puts it up. No good, but he is fouled underneath the basket. So now he'll go to the line, shoot 2.
That's going to be Eggy's first foul of the night.
Trey's been pretty clean so far. So now Dyer. He'll shoot for 2. Gets the first one up. And right down Broadway switches it. So now 14-point game. Seward really they're in it. But Crete has kept the deficit at 17 to 12 points throughout this entire contest. So
I mean, if you're Seward, you really got to find a way to get
replay
Koval
here.
the
You see
ball.
what an effort Drew Henning had to lay that one in there. And here's Dyer's second free throw, no good. But Frazee gets the rebound, and then Hughes underneath the basket, puts it up, no good.
Good.
Crumbless with the rebound and the board. Now we'll see what Crumbless can do, back from his injury. A little banged up earlier in the game. Does a little razzle-dazzle. Says, someone pick me up. Nobody comes. McDowell fakes him out.
Thought about
Jumper, 24, he
And
got
it's
it.
good.
Let Aiden cook, folks. Boy, oh boy. Money McDowell strikes again here in the game. Now, oh my goodness, the takeaway.
By Gardner.
Still, Gardner in the fast
break.
break. Sees it. My goodness, lays it in.
What a play by
I thought
Gardner.
he was going to slam it for a second, folks, but he didn't. So now Limbach gets it to Dyer. And what are they going to do here? Seward will
Timeout
take a
by
timeout,
Seward.
smart timeout on their own side of the court. So now the deficit 18. Boy, oh boy, I mean, for Seward, it just seems like they haven't been, it hasn't been their physicality per se, it's just been, they're not faster. Crete is just getting behind them, and it just seems like they're faster. Is that, am I wrong?
No, you're 100% right. I mean, when Crete gets in the fast break, it seems like they just have an advantage over Seward.
Seems like an easy bucket every single time they're in the fast break.
I mean, they've got the numbers, they've got the speed. What are you supposed to do if you're
I
Seward?
mean, sometimes they're not in the fast break, it seems like they're moving fast. Like, it seems like Seward's moving in slow motion sometimes. I mean,
yeah, I mean, Crete, they're really playing this game at their pace, and they're in the driver's seat right now.
They are in the driver's seat. And I mean, the big storyline is Aiden McDowell so far. I mean, I'm not going to say putting the team on his back because, of course, there's Javen Gardner, they all complement each other. There's Javen Gardner, there's Reese Burton, there's Mason Crumbless, there's Ben Ehlers, there's Kenneth Sweetop, but I mean,
it's
McDowell
really been
with
a
21.
phenomenal night for Aiden McDowell.
I mean, I say he gets to 30 tonight. I
21
do.
points.
He's at 21 right now. As you can hear, Enter Sandman playing with about 58.9 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. Here's Dyer. Gets it to Limbach. Dyer with it from the wing. Now to Frazee. AJ Frazee gets it back to Limbach. Now Wegman. Screen set by him. Now back to Frazee. Going up for it. Can't get it. Kenner Sweettalk on the turnover. Now Gardner, the big man, looks, finds Crumbless. Sweettalk has an open shot. Oh my goodness.
He did not see the open shot.
Oh.
I mean,
the Cardinal bench is just.
he had the shot right there, and he just didn't see the
And if you're
opportunity.
Kenner Sweettalk, it doesn't get any easier than that from deep three. Boy, oh boy. Would have liked to see him pull up, especially when he's been so productive from that range lately. As here's Gardner, it doesn't matter.
And it's good.
Because they got a big man who can get the work down in the tough places.
Got 2 seconds left. Buzzer beater, no good.
So a pretty good half, pretty good quarter for Crete. They extend their lead to 20. I mean, I don't even think it was that Seward really wasn't able to get anything going. I was just, Crete just did more somehow.
Yeah, I mean, Crete, they're really out-physicaling Seward.
I wouldn't even say that, they're just faster.
Yeah.
They're just
They
faster.
got more speed, they're out-rebounding.
Because you take a look at guys like Hughes, take a look at guys like Frazee. I mean, they're big. They're not getting pushed around. It's just, it seems like
They just don't have the speed to
it
match
seems like
up.
they don't have an answer to defend Crete's shooting, or
And that's the cause of most of their turnovers, because
especially when they spread it
because
around.
they're hurried and they're trying to get the ball around, and they just don't have enough time.
Exactly. And that's what's been the problem for Seward. I mean, defensively, it just seems like they haven't found an answer. On offense, of course, I mean, we said let Drew Koval cook, but it seems like they haven't embraced that at all.
Yeah, I mean, he only has one shot in the second half. And that you really need more production from him if you want to win the
Gotta
game.
get more production from the lead horse if you're gonna want to execute. But anyway, 20-point game. Crete up on Seward, 47-27. And with the ball now is Seward as Malachi Limbach gets that one. Now Hughes. Back to Hochstein. Hochstein, another big guy. It's not that they're getting out physical. It just seems like Crete's playing with more heart, more drive, and more speed today. As here's Hughes. Now Hochstein looking. Hughes back in it. And now Koval, the X Factor with the ball. Hughes. And I mean, and what an effort! What an effort!
Crumbliss.
Energy, enthusiasm.
That's the type of effort that you want from Mason Crumbliss.
East
on that
Lansing
court.
puts it, and off of Koval's foot. Heads up play by Reese Burton. We say he's faster than some of the guys. Say he might be shorter, but he's faster, he's smarter, and he has a lot of skill too. McDowell looking, gives the nod to Crumbliss. Now Gardner. And Kenner Sweet Talk. I mean, he's just been off his game
there.
tonight, folks. Just seems like
Gardner thought he had him on the corner, but
I mean, they didn't feed Kenner much early, and to be honest, they still aren't feeding him now. So I mean, he's been kind of out of the game plan for most of the part. I mean, they haven't really needed him though. As Hughes has it at the top of the key, now gets it to Malachi Limbach. Limbach again. I believe it's Limbach. I think they're saying it now. But here's Hughes from the wing. Hughes to Limbach.
Hochstein.
To Hochstein. Underneath the basket. Puts it up. No good.
No good.
Gardner has it now. 47-27.
Seward, they really can't find anything to get going on offense.
Now, Sweet Talk. Looks like he's starting to get comfortable out there. McDowell gives a little fake. Step back. Now, Sweet Talk in the paint. Puts it up.
Move.
Knocks it down.
Great play by Sweet Talk.
And
His
now,
first points of the game.
Now he can get into a rhythm.
Let's hope he can bounce back.
Hochstein gets it to Hughes. Now Frazee. Koval. Deep range.
Oh my goodness.
Bang.
What
Bang.
a shot.
Bang. How many
Drew
bullets
Koval.
does Drew Koval have in the cartridge?
NBA range, contested three.
Reload.
I mean, it doesn't get any harder than
It doesn't get any better than that. Here's Crumbliss. I think they're going to call him for... Looks like he took an extra step there, but they didn't call a foul. It's surprising.
That's going to be on...
So now they'll take Sweet Talk, Gardner, and McDowell out in favor of Henning, Ehlers, and Eggy.
It's going to be on Hochstein, his fourth foul.
Oof. They might have to take him out. I think they did. No, they didn't. Hochstein's got 4, you said?
Yeah, 4 fouls on Hochstein.
My goodness.
One more and he's fouled out.
They didn't take him out of the game during the break either.
He's got to be careful here to
extends the lead to 21. Here's Limbach. Hochstein, who we said is in foul trouble. Here's Haas. Haven't been able to get Haas going tonight. But Drew Koval, he's gotten going pretty well, some might say. Now here's Hughes. Match up on Ehlers. Haas. Koval, he could shoot it from here. He
thought
does.
about it.
Puts it up, no good.
Oh, good.
Good defense by Reese Burton. Made Koval uncomfortable. Wasn't able to get his feet set, and due to that, off mechanics, just puts the shot off by a couple centimeters. I mean, in this world, a couple centimeters is a lot.
It's going to be an offensive foul on Mason Crumbliss. Be his third.
And you don't want to see him foul out either. Seward student section and fans will be pretty quiet as they stare through the hole of a 21-point deficit with 5 minutes left. Here's Koval.
Trying to work around Burton.
Haas. The shot up by Hughes. Can't
In
get
and
it
out of the rim.
Just, oh my.
I mean, these shots, they're so close to going in for
know.
Seward, but
Can't get him to go. I mean, in and out. In and out. Like, you think it's going in, and then it pops right out. Here's Henning from the wing. Aggie. Now to Ehlers. Burton. Probably just going to spread the ball around here. No. Koval
stolen
gets a
away by
takeaway.
Koval.
In trouble now. Gets it to Limback. Now
That was a
Limback's
great
got some
defensive
offense.
play by Seward.
Here's Hughes. Now back to Limback. Koval gets moving. Sets the screen for Haas. Now here's Hochstein. Hochstein stops this dribble. Gets to Limback again. He seems to be the keeps
Koval
Koval.
for three.
No good.
Off the front iron.
So we've seen Koval get pretty nifty here, but every now and then there's just a shot that doesn't fall. But you got to think that their biggest strength is having him shoot it,
I mean,
which they haven't done enough of, in my opinion, today.
I think he should still be shooting it
I think if they want to feed him, they should do it.
because 21 points, 3.5 minutes. It's not too late to come back still.
I know. And Peyton Manning did it, down 21 in the fourth quarter. Indianapolis, Tampa Bay, I believe that was 2000. Might have been 2002. No, it wasn't. It was 2002. It was 2007, I think.
The Jets-Browns game this year, the Jets did it. Anything can happen in sports.
Anything can happen. But Ehlers says, no way, Jose, and puts that one in. And that'll put the Cardinals up 23. So now Hochstein going to try to get something going, try to respond to this. And Ehlers says, no way.
Takes it away.
He says, I'll take it away.
On the
And
fast
then
break.
Oh, my goodness. Ehlers laid the wood,
Goes
folks.
to slam it in. And it's off the back of the rim.
Boy, would that have been sweet. He tried to send the Blue Jays home crying, but could not succeed. As Kenton Spence checks in the game.
Kenton Spence, of course.
Aiden McDowell cooling Ben Ehlers off. McDowell looks like he's done for the night. As here's Dyer. Dyer between the legs, cross up, posts up, finds Koval, and my
What
goodness.
a play by
can that
Koval.
guy do it all or what?
I mean, he could drive in, he can make the layups, he could shoot from three.
We haven't
He
seen,
can do everything.
We haven't seen him be utilized much inside the three-point line tonight, but boy,
Tad-
oh boy, right there seemed like
Tad to Brink checked
Tad
into the
Brink
game too.
One of our personal favorite players. I mean, he's a beast. Of course, y'all know the story. Here's Tad. They're going to say he went out of bounds there, apparently. So that's going to give the ball back to Seward. It's not will throw it in. Haven't seen him since early third quarter, I think.
As Crete starts to sub in their bench.
And there's Carson Coattail.
Number 3, Torrin Siski, Carson
Oh
Coattail.
my goodness. In the student section, holy cow, folks.
I mean, watch out. Torrin Siski is on the court.
And, I mean, Seward still has their starters, it looks like. Oh, no, they're taking them out. Number 22, Brendan Ruth will check into the game, as well as number 20, Josh Keller, and number 33, Max Summer. Max Summer, that's a cool name, too.
That's a cool name.
Here's not. Dyer. Dyer drives in, says, I'm not done tonight, and puts it in, and gets the and one.
The and one. Great play there by Dyer to drive in and draw the foul.
I mean, he hasn't really had his night tonight, of course. He's been,
those are his,
Crete's balled him up pretty well.
those are his first points of the game. As he makes the free throw.
But he has shown sparks of dynamic as they will check him out here for number 34, Hayden Burrup. So they got Burrup, Summa, Knott, Keller, and who's 22? Take a look here. Ruth. Cardinals now have Coattail, Siski, Brink, Keith, and Kenton Spence. Not. Center. Keller puts it up and
it's
gets
good.
it. Rolls it in there.
Great physical play there by Keller to get the basket.
And that will cut the deficit to 26. Oh, 16. My mistake,
Approaching
16.
around 1 minute left to go in the ball game. Crete up 53-37.
16-point ball game. TeBrink has it at the top of the key. Here's Siski looking, has Spence. Coates Hill gives a
thought
little
about
fake.
the three.
And through Kent Spence's hands. Can he save the ball though? No, he cannot. So that'll be Seward basketball. 47.4 seconds left. Sorry. So Knott will pass this one into Ruth. Ruth to Knott. Now Knott back at the top of the key, drives in, gives it to Ruth from the corner, who drives in as well. Now Keller,
to
Knott
Knott.
to shoot, cannot get it to go. Can't knock it down, and here's Kenton Spence.
22
here
seconds
comes Koto,
left in the game.
who in all likelihood will just hold this one and wait for the time to drop out. Nope, we'll give it to
5'10"
DeBrink.
sophomore.
I would not say he's 5'10". I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the viewers at home. There's no way that guy is 5'10". he's definitely 5'8".
That'll be the end of the ball game.
53-37, 16-point win for the Cardinals as these teams shake hands. And it's been an honor, partner.
It's been a great night of basketball. I mean, we couldn't have asked for anything better.
And I couldn't imagine doing it without my running back, Garrett Rockenbach.
It was a great time. We'll have to sign off from the nest.
So thank you for tuning in. Of course, I'm Connor Krumey alongside Garrett Rockenbach. You're here at Crete High School, and this is Crete Cardinals basketball on Strive. Connor Krumey signing off from the nest.